Find other great podcasts like this one at podmoth.network.
Step into the shadows with Haunted Moonlight, your ultimate guide to all things spooky and supernatural. From spine-chilling horror movies and books to the world's most haunted places, cryptids, UFOs, and so much more, we explore it all. Join us each week for thrilling tales and eerie adventures. Subscribe on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your podcasts, and follow us on Instagram to stay updated on our latest episodes. Let Haunted Moonlight be your beacon in the dark, illuminating the mysteries that lurk just beyond the edge of every day.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
G'day, America. It's Tony and Ryan from the Tony and Ryan podcast from Down Under.
Today we want to talk to you about Boost Mobile, the newest 5G network in the country.
These guys are no longer the prepaid wireless company you might remember. They've invested billions into building their own 5G towers across America, transforming the carrier into America's fourth major network alongside the other big dogs.
Yep, they're challenging the competitors by working harder and smarter, like this amazing new network they've literally built.
The Boost Mobile network, together with their roaming partners, covers 99% of the US population, but 5G speed's not available in all areas.
Yep, they have blazing fast internet and plans for all the latest devices. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or find them online at boostmobile.com.
Níl Chinchan mar de Hinchan féin. Irish, meaning there's no fireside like your own, or there's no place like home. This is fire in folklore. Our relationship with fire has always been one of awe, of need, of respect. It's a dance we've never fully learned, a mystery we've never fully solved. Even now, we sit beside campfires and fireplaces, mesmerised by the flickering, ever-shifting light. Something ancient stirs in us, a memory of stories whispered in the dark. Fire is one of the oldest companions of human civilization. It feeds us, warms us, protects us, and yet we can never forget that it can destroy as easily as it gives. So today, in the spirit of the Fire Festival Bealtaine, let's gather around the fire to share stories of flame, from divine thefts to sacred flames, from protection to prophecy. It's about to be May. The world is blooming, the air is heavy with blossom and the hum of new life. This is Bealtaine, an ancient Celtic festival that marks the beginning of summer, a time of fertility, light and protection. One of the most significant dates in prehistoric and early historic Ireland was the Festival of Bealtaine. The 1st of May is the cross-quarter day, marking the midway point between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. It is exactly 6 months away from Samhain, the new year, on November 1st. Like many ancient festivals, the date has agricultural significance as it marks the end of the unfarmable winter in the Northern Hemisphere and symbolises the start of the summer, when the cattle were moved to the high pasture land. The word Bealtaine is still used in the Irish language and translates as the month of May. Traditionally, bonfires were lit at sunset on Oíche Bealtaine, or May Eve, April 30th. And these traditions still survive in parts of the country, particularly in Munster. The name is said to derive from the Old Irish meaning bright fire, where bell means light, and could be linked to the Celtic sun and healer god Belinus. In ancient times, the main Bealtaine fire was lit at the hill of Uisneach in County Westmeath, regarded as the centre of Ireland and traditionally known as the navel of the country. Prior to lighting the main fire, hearth fires were extinguished and cinders and torches from the main bonfire would pass from townland to townland, where each community would light their own. Passing between two bonfires was seen as a rite of purification, and herds of cattle were driven between them in many villages. Members of the community would also pass between the fires. It was considered lucky, and the more daring would leap the bonfire to ensure their fertility in the coming year. On this night before May Day, households would decorate the outside of their homes with yellow flowers like buttercups, marigolds, and primroses. These blossoms were believed to bring good fortune and protect the home from cailleachs, mysterious figures often described as hags or witches. According to tradition, cailleachs roamed from house to house on May morning, looking to steal milk or butter. In a reversal of the usual customs of kindness and welcome, doors remained shut to visitors, as it was feared that anything taken from the home on this day could be turned into a curse. Other customs included walking the perimeter of one's land to mark and maintain boundaries, along with celebratory gatherings filled with food, drink, and dancing. Mythologically, May the 1st held great significance. The Book of Invasions tells us that Partholan, the first settler of Ireland, arrived on this day only for people to be later wiped out by plague. In another tale, the Milesians defeated the Tuatha De Danann on May Day, cementing the date's importance. Today, traditional bonfires have been revived in many areas as part of local festivals celebrating the start of summer. Fire isn't always gifted. Often it's stolen. In ancient Greece, Prometheus defied Zeus and stole fire from the gods to give it to humankind. For this, he was chained to a rock, condemned to eternal torment. But with that stolen flame came civilization. The Cherokee tell of Grandmother Spider. After others fail, she weaves a web and sneaks into the land of light. She steals fire from the sun, hides it in a clay pot, and brings it back for the people. In the Pacific Northwest, it's coyote or beaver or dog who tricks their way into stealing fire. Mataresvan, a figure in Vedic mythology from India, is a messenger of the gods and the one who brings Agni, the fire deity, back to humanity after he was hidden in the waters or inside wood. Agni himself is central to Vedic ritual, born in the fire stick, residing in the hearth, and carrying offerings to the gods. His flames consume and transform, linking heaven and earth. To honour Agni is to maintain a direct line to the divine. Again and again, fire is divine, hidden, hoarded, until someone brave or clever or mad enough risks everything to bring it to us. Fire is sometimes associated with deities of trickery and chaos, probably because while we may think we have domination over it, ultimately it is the fire itself that is in control. In Norse mythology, fire is often linked to Loki, god of mischief and chaos. In Greece, there's Hephaestus, or Vulcan in Roman legend, the god of fire and metalworking, who demonstrates no small amount of cunning and deceit. These are not gentle hearth gods. These are fires of forge and fury. Once a year in Tahiti, the heat of the earth is met with reverence and ritual. The Umuti fire-walking ceremony, held in usually late June or early July, signals the start of the Heva festival. Its origins lie in ancient survival, when fire was used to not only nourish but to preserve. In times of famine, root vegetables were cooked in deep, stone-lined earth ovens to keep them edible for months. To honour the gods and ensure their blessing, a high priest would walk barefoot across the glowing stones. If his feet were unburned, it was taken as a sign the gods were pleased and the food would keep. Today, the ritual continues. A long trench is filled with firewood and dried coconut palms, covered with volcanic stones, burned for a full day or more. When the stones turn white hot, the tahua, the priest, offers chants and prayers. Then, in an act of spiritual and physical bravery, volunteers step barefoot across the heat. It is said to cleanse the body and the soul. Some fires are sacred. In Greece, the goddess Hestia tended the Olympian hearth, and every home fire was her domain. She was given the first offering in every sacrifice. In Rome, she became Vesta. Her flame was so important that it was tended by priestesses, the Vestal Virgins, in a temple where even water was forbidden. As long as her fire burned, the empire endured. Back in Ireland, the goddess Bridget was associated with healing, poetry, fertility, and the forge. She was a powerful figure in pre-Christian Celtic spirituality. In County Kildare, her sacred fire burned for centuries, tended by women. With the rise of Christianity, Bridget was syncretized into Saint Bridget, one of Ireland's most beloved saints. While the two figures are distinct, Bridget the goddess, a deity of the Duha de Danann, and Bridget the saint, a 5th century Christian nun and abbess, they share many attributes, especially in their connection to fire, healing, and generosity. The sacred flame in Kildare continued to burn under Christian stewardship until it was extinguished under English rule, but in 1993, the Brigidine sisters rekindled it, and it still burns today. Fire is also a guardian. In Scandinavia, Germany, and Britain, candles were lit around newborns to protect them from evil. In Bulgaria, homes and clothes were purified with burning embers. The Chukchi of Siberia drive reindeer near sacred flames to cleanse them, similar to the cattle driving of Celtic societies. Letting a hearth fire go out was a sign of misfortune across many cultures. And fire can tell the future. In East Anglia and Greece, people spit on coals to see if they crackle. In Dorset, a sudden flame foretells a stranger. In Lincolnshire, the fire that burns too long on its own is a death omen. Even now, we light candles for birthdays, vigils, and prayers. We gather around bonfires and fireplaces and kitchen stoves. We share stories, we make food, we talk to each other. Fire is still with us, and it's still sacred. Until next time, keep your flame bright.
Thanks for listening, and fuck yeah, folklore. Fuck yeah, folklore.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states.
Are you a homeowner looking to sell your home fast and want your cash now? How about getting cash for your home twice? Hi, I'm Sarah Reynolds, CEO of Reynolds Empower Home Team with Keller Williams. Our cash offer stands above the rest. With our cash offer, you get the majority of your funds based on your home's value right away. That's right, cash in the bank within days. We will then sell your home for top dollar and you get the rest. Yes, with our cash offer, you get paid not only once, but twice. Call us now at 703-637-SOLD or go to DebbieHasTheBuyers.com.